Alright folks, the deck is Reno Rainbow Death Knight. The goal of the deck is to generate and spend as many corpses as possible, working our way towards Climactic Necrotic Explosion so that we can blast our opponent in the face. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle.
Watch this!
My plans are coming to fruition. You will know pain.
Okay. That is something. So, Miracle, Amplifier. Unless we need to respond to something, but there's...
Symphony of darkness.
Okay. That's not a great sign, is it?
Any problem?
Like a fatigue combo. Maybe there's a world where we get out of range with the Ma and Pa. I think I like developing more than I care about the Frost Strike right now. Like, yeah, they get a free Encroaching Insanity this way to start ramping the fatigue, but it doesn't impress me. This, however, very much does. The earlier I can get this down, the more likely it is to stick, which could change the breakpoints for the combo if we've got the correct read on the deck. Between that and the armor from the Horseman and Reno, there's a world where it's relevant. Okay.
The battle.
Not ideal, but mostly fine. It does demonstrate that, like, yes, this is a huge threat for the opponent, right? Because they're not going to use a reverb there unless, like, it actually is kind of critical to their game plan to not allow that to happen. Okay, there's a world where we get another Ma and Pa here. Unlucky. Honestly, even the 3 damage hero power from the Headless Horseman could be pretty relevant. We just go bump and play the Horsey Man. Deny any and all chip damage where we can. Next turn is probably just Foam Render, and hope to cash in a lot of like damage from that. And then
Whispers. I can't resist.
that's bad. Okay. Maybe try and find other freeze effects available to me.
Almost out of time.
There honestly aren't that many frost spells in total. We tried to bait them with a higher value minion here. Maybe I shouldn't have hero powered that though, just in case I want the damage from or the health from the Yogg Primus.
Percussion is beneath me. The runes decide your fate. of life.
More healing could be good. Let's just hold here. Can use this to maybe steal it next turn. Okay. Yoink. Probably want a Dirty Rat off of this. Just see if we can get the second Void Virtuoso. The 8/8, I honestly don't know what it is other than maybe a Molten Giant. Wait a minute. Does that mean they're actually a Scorpion deck? Kind of a lot of damage, isn't it? But so is this. So let's use this to get things set up a little bit better. It's also just lethal presented with the CNE. As long as it's not a taunt, we're fine here. As long as I do things in the correct order. Or just high roll it. You get to spend some more corpses off of the swing, so. Warrior, I imagine, is some sort of control deck. Maybe Boomba. So let's keep the Maw and Paw. See if we can figure out a way to apply enough pressure or score a kill with CNE. So we have a lot of corpse generation for sure. Getting the Horseman down on curve in a slower matchup will allow me to get a bunch of value over the course of the game as well. That's a good looking snapshot, isn't it? We get a second Maw and Paw, a second Horseman. Like maybe the only thing that we'd want in addition to this is like a CNE, but that's kind of greedy. So I think we just shove the Fizzle on curve. Okay. There's not really anything worth like, using the crop rotation on here anyway, so. Okay, there's a decent chance that's just Bellowing, which will kill our Maw and Paw. But that allows me to use the Army of the Dead next turn. Yeah. And we just have another copy anyway, so this is not really that concerning. Okay, that's the Sanitize, potentially.
Rise and serve your king.
So I could go Reno and still have a chance at like getting a Horseman later. But there's a little bit of like conflict between the Horseman and the Reno right now. But if we need to remove some of their like mechs that have concerning death rattles, the Reno is probably the best way to do that. Which it does look like they're going for here. Except that I'm wrong. Let's actually check this. We don't really get any value up the Headless Horseman, and Like, there's a world where we want it to come after the Reno anyway. And as much as I would have liked the 5-drop there wasn't really much else to do with my turn if I went that route. So, just grab ourselves a decent weapon and start applying some pressure. Okay. Go Hero Power, Frost Strike that. That's fine. Could have also just gone with the Headless Horseman there. Probably would have been better in terms of mana utilization. It's starting to look like a Bran or a Reno type deck, which is probably pretty bad for me. Oh, we've got a new weapon. I've got a 3rd copy of it in my deck, as well as the Foam Render to both spend corpses and continuously apply pressure.
No matter the danger,
Okay. It is indeed Bran. That is not good for me. Just because of the Bomberman. I think I just want to go here. See if I can get some head. Jeez. It's kind of a disgusting curve. Well, the premise is a pretty brutal hit for me. Let's just go here. So that we can get a hero power like this, and it's gone. I think it goes without saying this is a pretty horrendously bad matchup for me. Like, this deck just kind of steamrolls anything on the slower end. In part because of the Bran into Boom Boss curve. But at least it got nerfed, smiley face. Okay. Let's make sure we're getting all of our corpses utilized, if we can. So let's just slam this. It's a good value engine. And the type of hero power I was looking for when going into a Reno mode. I think we can look to respond with a crop rotation into Corpse Bride here. Assuming that they have something to crop rotation into.
Don't worry, it looks great.
Assuming we still have a crop rotation in Corpse Bride. What a fun matchup. What a fun game, this Hearthstone. Let's go here. Alright, there's still 3 more TNT options left. And I have, I don't know, very little in terms of a win condition other than getting head. Maybe fatigue, but I lose effectively 6 cards off the back of the TNT in terms of like the difference in fatigue. But maybe it's something we can work towards, since everything else looks so trash.
And the impure fall.
And I think we go here and just let that live. Now we have 2 chances ahead, and it's probably our best opportunity to win this. We haven't seen their Reno yet, is a pretty big concern, as is that. So this is probably their Reno if they have it in hand, which seems likely that they will. I am still going to need an answer to the Ox turn. Which I presently do not have.
Everybody, pose for the camera!
Now I need 2 copies, or 2 answers to the Ox turn. It's unfortunate. Yoink.
Hope is an illusion!
Still 2 TNTs left, but I have a pretty hefty fatigue lead. Not that that is likely to matter.
Thousand needles. Are you ready to rock?
This could get rid of one of the oxen.
I ain't talking.
Worth. Let's do all of this first. Trade here. And since I lost the mining casualties, which is what I was saving this for, actually no, I don't want to use this yet because of the, like, this needle rock totem is potentially my win condition here. Oh god.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen a dead or alive.
I don't want to steal this, is the only thing.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, again, we never had a chance this game. As soon as I hit Bran and Boom Boss on curve, the game was over. There's honestly no point in playing it out.
I make my own.
Will know pain.
Salesman on 1 is always going to be good. Reno on 9 has potential to be good as well, but
Any problem?
we've got quite a lot of time before we can even consider that as an option. That said, a second copy of Reno could be nice, so I'm not upset about having it. I think I'm going to favor the Cultist over the Fizzle, just because I don't really have a lot of super solid options at the moment in terms of what we're copying. Like, it would basically just to be to get a second copy of Reno, which isn't bad. We go Mining Casualties Hero Power. Better yet.
You have earned an eternity of torment. Job's done.
Let's punish them for drawing cards, which seems to be what they want to do. There's a world where I could have copied the Helia with the Fizzle, but like, I don't know if the game wants to go that long. Cool. Need to start generating corpses so that this can actually deal with a giant if and when it comes down. This will help do so.
My torment is my means.
Eternity.
Never mind. Let's just kill that. It's slow, but pretty incredible for the matchup. So I think next turn, if we have the capacity to do so, we want a Fizzle. And then I need to just survive to get to the 8-9 curve. Honestly, Reska could be a critical card to find here. But I assume that the Giants are coming down in the very near future. Especially if they have a girl boss here.
Someone there? Nope, nobody there.
Thorn Threads of Despair could be critical for clearing something here. Are they going to get it down? Let's trade first.
Everybody, pose for the camera!
To battle!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To battle!
Alright. As long as they don't set up a lethal, which will be difficult to do given that we have a Quartzite Crusher, I think we'll be fine here. I guess there's no guarantee that this is a giant as well. It could be... It's pretty likely it's
Someone
giant.
there? Nope, nobody there. That feels good.
Possible we just have a chance at lethal coming up?
Feels good.
Why were they able to draw the second one of the same type? I guess it shuffles in between draws. Alright, so that's 1821 coming at me.
I do.
Darkness comes.
Alright, 1, 2. Let's pitch the runes and look for an actual 2-drop. The hero power is probably just fine.
Problem.
Me have bags for you. Me have bags for you.
Just bumping hero power seems fine, actually. So does this. There's no reason to develop any further here. What is this, like aggro frost? Unholy? Probably unholy. It's gonna be an aggro deck, right?
You could use a trim. Clear.
Let's just take them off the board. Can trade this next turn to start. See where that leaves me. Still probably want to trade this, see if I can hit a 2-mana card. That's much better than a 2-mana card. This is nowhere near ready to go yet. And in fact, if it gets ready to go by next turn, we've got bigger problems.
Great harvest, eh, Paul?
I've got the kill on it. Feels very likely that we are going to take it.
I say resolve.
Clear cut.
That Sylvanas pickup could be quite huge for me.
One more death can't hurt.
I think it might be worth a fist. Nope. I'll just go here. Hero power, there's no world where I'm leaving that up. That would be like one of the ways that I could easily lose from here. There's a world where I could even fist my own Sylvanas. Okay, so they're not Reno.
No return.
I raise, you fold.
My blood for the Lich King.
I don't have that many minions in hand. They are all undead. I think just on the quartzite is pretty good.
Can't this thing dance any faster?
Take a good look. You ain't never seen a married
Take
to the
that.
light.
And just go ahead and set the Sylvanas as well. I mean, if we only need 6 damage, you know where to find it.
I can't dance any faster.
We go here. Hero Plower. Flower? Hero Plower.
He's killing it.
I think I just want the damage upstairs right now when we are in lethal range. As long as there's no big taunts.
Give
It's not a big taunt. I spent 1 corpse this game. So naturally, that's the game where we hit the, we actually get to play the CNE.